So, welcome back to Clean with Kate. I'm having a few technical glitches this week because I've got a new phone that I'm using to make my videos, but I'm just having problems with it. It keeps stopping itself. But anyway, bear with me. Anyway, as I was just saying, this week we're in zone 2 which is the kitchen if you're following the FlyLady system. So I've written my zone 2 list, and these are the things that I want to tackle this week. So I want to do a detailed vacuum. I have done that actually. I mopped. I want to clean the fridge out. I want to clean the small appliances. I want to clean the kitchen dresser and change the crockery. I want to clean out my cutlery jars. I want to clean the Arga, just the front and the top. I want to declutter the pantry. I've bleached the sink and I want to change the crockery. So let's get started. Let's just start with some zone work because I'm going to set a time up for 15 minutes on my watch. And let's just get started. I've already cleaned the microwave, but I did notice I haven't cleaned the door of the microwave. I've got a bit of a hot spot of timers going on there, haven't I? So let's run some hot soapy water first. And I need to get a little cleaning cloth while that's running. Oh, it's a bit risky actually. I might flood the... Actually, I've found it's a really good idea with me not to leave the tap running. Right, because I do get sidetracked. Do you ever find that? There's so many things buzzing around in my head. Last night, before I went to bed, I was really tired. And I thought, I really should write my to-do list for tomorrow. Because that's a practice I've been doing the last week or so. And I found I sleep much better because it kind of dumps all those things out of my head and onto paper. But last night, I was on my way to bed and I hadn't done it earlier in the evening. And I was getting really tired. And you know, I didn't do it. I thought, oh, golly, I'll do it in the morning. But you know what? I did not sleep as well. My brain woke up thinking about all the things I needed to do today, which is quite busy. I've got quite a busy day today. It's actually Wednesday. By the time you see this video, it may be not Wednesday. It may be later in the week because I've got quite a few videos scheduled this week that I've already filmed because my son is visiting. So I wanted to have plenty of free time to spend with him. So I did want to schedule some videos. So I've been super efficient this week. Super efficient. I'm totally on top of most of my jobs. Right, so what was I doing? I've cleaned the front of the microwave. I'm going to go with the small appliances. So actually I'm going to start with this kettle. Oh no, what has happened to the kettle? Actually, I might give it a really good detailed clean while I'm here because it doesn't get that very often. Only gets a general little wipe down, but it doesn't get much of a detail clean. And if I'm really lucky, my husband will descale it. He likes descaling things. So he descaled one of the showers for me yesterday at the cottage when we were over doing a cleaning session. Right, that's better. I don't tend to do the descaling. That tends to be on him. Right, the next thing I want to tackle is the toaster. Oh no, we've got flies in the kitchen. That's the trouble at this time of year. My husband loves to leave the windows open, but then, because we live in the countryside and we're near a lot of farms, animal farms, then we get a lot of flies. That's not actually that bad. Do you know why it's not that bad? This is the toaster tray. It's not that bad because we're not eating that much toast. Right, let's get that in there. Give that a wipe out. I've given up eating bread for 3 months. I haven't eaten bread in 3 months. My goodness. Isn't that amazing? Didn't think I could do that. And actually, strangely, it's had a knock-on effect. We're buying less bread. Although we have bought a loaf of bread this week because my son really likes bread. And we have a really good bakery locally. But the knock-on effect has been because I'm not going to the bakery and I'm not buying bread. My husband's buying less bread and he's not eating as much bread. It's really been interesting to see me just changing my eating habits and how it's affected him. And it has affected him actually. He's changed his by sort of osmosis. Right, I'm just giving the Arga a really quick wipe down where it's dusty. But I will need to get some specialised Arga cleaning products onto the Arga later. But for now, I'm just giving it a quick wipe down. Right, I want to work my way through. Right back here, I'm going to give it a quick clean while the toaster's out. The top of this dresser, I only get some really detailed clean when we're in zone 2, where I move things. put the toaster back. So I want to work my way through these little jars. That's my dusting cloth. I will need that later. So let's just get the cutlery out first and put the jar in for a wash. Because this kitchen is an unfitted kitchen, I don't really have anywhere to store cutlery in here. So I tend to keep it all out on the dressers because it makes it very easy to get to it, but it does look quite, it does mean it gets quite messy and the jars get dusty. I'm just going to wash this bottle out. This is one of the ones we use for the dogs. There's the lid done. Right, I'll pop that in there. Get a good wash out. So as part of my zone work, I always give these little containers a wash out. It's a bit of a faff, and it would be easier if they were in a drawer, but there isn't anywhere really in here to put them. So there's number 1 done. Let's do another one. Oh, that one's over full. Do you know, I might just do a couple of them this morning, but I'll have to remember which ones, because I'd like to get them all done this week. But the problem is I haven't actually done my early morning routine yet. I'm having a bit of a dilemma at the moment. I want to buy myself a new Apple Watch, but there's so much choice. Oh my goodness, do you ever find that? There's so much choice, I can't decide which one to get. So I've been trying to order one online. I was hoping one of my children, my daughter, would help me with it, but we didn't actually get round to it. So I still haven't ordered a new Apple Watch, and I'm finding it really frustrating because my current one, I'm having to charge it 3 times a day, which is just frustrating. And if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know I use my Apple Watch a lot of the time myself. I use it multiple times a day. So I do need my Apple Watch to function. But I'm terrified. I think I'm terrified of making a mistake and buying the wrong one, which is resulting in me not actually doing anything. And so my anti-procrastination task for today was going to be to buy myself an Apple Watch. But I've suddenly had an epiphany. I think I need to actually go to the Apple shop and look at the Apple Watches. Because the easiest thing to do is just to buy the same one again, which is actually, maybe it's not the same one, but the old model, the one I'm familiar with. But there is a newer model, and my daughter thinks I should get the newer model because she thinks the battery will be much better, and the older models will have been in storage and they won't be as good. And so because she said that, I'm in I've got decision fatigue. And I can't make a decision. So what I've decided is, if I go to the Apple shop, I could talk to somebody at one of the geniuses in the Apple shop, and hopefully that will make the decision easier. And I do need to find a fly swat because I've got flies in here and they're driving me nuts. It kind of makes you not want to open the windows when you get so many flies in. Let's clean the top of this dresser. And the dog food containers. A tea bag container can have a little wipe down. I'm not drinking a lot of tea at the moment. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm mainly drinking coffee. I wonder if that's to do with eating less sugar and less carbohydrates and things, or giving up sugar. I just don't seem to want to drink tea. Right, I'm getting sidetracked here. I think I'm going to clean the crockery off next, but I might have to get something to stand on. You can see this is my spring crockery. It's got spring bulbs on it. I think these might be hellebores. I'm not sure what those are. No, I don't think they are hellebores. I think it's another plant that I can't remember the name of, but that is definitely a tulip. What is that? Does it say? No, it doesn't. They're the Royal Horticultural Society crockery. And this looks like a camellia. So those are very much spring flowers. And spring has now passed. I used to think they were peonies, but I don't think they are. So they can go away until next year. And something else is going to come out. And then we'll come out again next spring, probably about March. Right, I need to get something to climb on, and I think I need to put my trainers on. So let's find a pair of trainers. Okay, I've put a pair of trainers on because I thought if I'm going to be climbing up, I really need to have something on my feet that's a bit more stable. Right, so I don't like climbing up on the dresser. It's very wobbly. And I usually should have got Mike to do this for me last night. Oh, I'm going to have to move the chair. Could do with a little ladder really, couldn't I? A little step ladder for this job. Golly, why is the top of the dresser so high? You know what I think I'm going to do while I'm up here? I'm going to dust the top shelf. I've got a microfiber cloth, so I'll just get it on there. I started doing it earlier in the week, just the lower shelves, giving them a bit of dust. But now I'm up here, I'm going to do it, because getting up here is a bit of a job. And I haven't got a good height for heads. You know what I mean, good head for heights. I think I'm going to ask Mike to dust the rest of it, because I can't reach it. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. Right, good. Oh dear. Golly, I've managed to spill sand all over the floor. It must have been in the trainers. I didn't have any socks down here, so I put these trainers on, but I realised I've been to the beach in them, and they're full of sand. And have sandy feet. So let's just dust. I'm going to dust the dresser. Don't think it's not too bad. The microfiber cloth's very good because you don't need to even add water to it. If it was really bad, I would give it damp dust. There's a bit in the corner that's quite bad. But most of it, that's funny, isn't it? Why is the corner worse? Oh, my tummy is gurgling. Now I need to try and stay focused because I've got loads of things buzzing around in my head at the moment. Because I know I've managed to leave my washing in the washing machine overnight again, despite having a post-it. Golly, that corner's mucky. Let's give this a little wipe down. Why is that one so mucky? I'm just going to give this a wet wash rather, with the little cloth. I think this is the one we use the most, the bottom shelf. So things get put on and off it. Golly, look at that. I did this last month. So I do it every month when I'm in this zone. And with all the dust that comes in, it's definitely worth doing. Or maybe I skipped last month. Who knows? Maybe I did a different shelf. But I am going to get the wet cloth on it this month. Because I want it to be clean. Oh, golly. This cloth is literally clean out this morning. So all that muck has come off there. I really could do with doing the top shelf, but I just think my head and my feet aren't awake enough to go up there this morning. So I don't want to risk falling off. Okay, so I'm going to leave that. Right, I'm going to just have to move this crockery out the way next and put it at the bottom of the stairs, ready to go upstairs. Because it's going into my attic room storage. I don't think I've got room to store it down here. And I'm just not going to be out again for another 9 months. It's quite heavy to carry up the stairs. So I'm having to be quite quiet because my husband's still in bed and my son is still in bed. So oh my goodness, and my timer's going. That's my first 15 minutes done. I'm just going to take you and see something. I just want to show you something. I just happened to come through here earlier. I don't know what I was doing. And look at this. Look at the conservatory. Oh my goodness, it's just incredible. I do need to spend a bit of time in here. I might do it now because it's so lovely and cool in here at this time of day. But there's lots of birds out here I can hear. They're in the trees. But golly, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? The colours are so good. Just having a sidetrack moment, but there's quite a bit of deadheading to do. And I think I'll take the fish, a little bit of duckweed. Oh, how am I going to get the duckweed? I might just get it on my hands, but that is a bit messy. I'm just going to get a bit of duckweed for the fish. Take it through. And give them a bit of breakfast. They really like duckweed. This is a discovery my husband made recently. Goldfish love to eat duckweed. Who knew that? And we get a lot of duckweed on our water butts. Let's give them the duckweed. Here you are. So it's going into the water. Look at them. It's like a buffet, a salad. They love it. It's really strange. It's like free fish food. And it must be really good for them. I might have to get them some more. They enjoyed that so much. At this time of year, it's something that just grows on our pond and our water butts. All right, let me just rinse my hands. Right, okay, what else is on my to-do list? Cleaning out these, still got all these little thingamajigsies to clean out, haven't I? But I don't want to overwhelm myself with too many things to do, which is one of my things I sometimes do. So I might stop there. I need to find a fly swat is the next thing I need to do, isn't it? And deal with these flies and decide what crockery is going in here. Now I'm going to need to also vacuum up all the sand off the floor. That dresser is looking a little overdressed, so maybe I could use some of that crockery. Anyway, thank you for joining me. That was just 15 minutes of zone work. So I try to do 15 minutes of zone work every day when I'm in whatever zone we're in. Sometimes I don't manage it. Sometimes I might only manage 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes. On some days, I might not manage it at all. But I try to make it a routine to work on the zone for 15 minutes every day when we're in that zone. Anyway, I think I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee now. It's been sat on the Arga waiting for me. You can see how much better the kettle looks. And I'm going to put these water bottles away and do a few little morning routine jobs, like empty that washing machine. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Bye for now.